Hey guys, Dan Dearborn from Encore Studios with you again. Special guest today came into the studio. Gentleman that does a lot of music here. Too Humble with us today.
Too Humble.
Thank you very much for coming out and making time, man.
Thank
I
you
really
for having
appreciate
me,
it.
man.
No, absolutely. So, first thing, why don't you just introduce yourself to people out there who may not know you, who you are? Like tell us how you got where you're at right now.
So if you don't know who I am yet, which a lot of people don't, and I don't even blame y'all. My name's Too Humble. Right now I'm in Scranton, just trying to make something out of myself, you know what I mean? Coming out of nothing. But one day will be something, I promise you that. Put that shit on your calendar.
Right on. So I know firsthand that I've heard a lot of the music he's worked on because he works right here with Steve's PA. Let's give a little shout out to Steve's.
Shout out Steve's.
And these guys are doing really some amazing things together. I'm just going to play a quick blip here for you.
Yeah, little niggas, snotty nose and a potty mouth. They have a pot to business, so I'm shitting on these niggas now. Whole block knew my fucking name. Mama called it out. Sold a nigga wallet, made me give it back and beat me out. Like Eric, what you doing? You a good kid and you wildin' out. I'm bugging out. Listen, you can say that, but I'm hustling now. I got it from.
And just from that, like for me, now I'm quite a bit older than you, but even I can appreciate some of the grooves you have going there and the flow of your music.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Which is again, it's very hard. I know your base, your core audience base is much younger than I am, but even I'm just sitting here thinking like, wow, this sounds amazing.
Thank you.
So, and I don't know if that's a bad thing that an old guy like me likes this guy, but yeah.
I'm for the people. I'm for everybody.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that, which is one of the reasons I wanted to have you in here today. So that was a track called "Long Story Short." And that's the newest thing you've released right now.
So far, yeah. I'm thinking about dropping an EP. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Some people say that it's not really for people that are just like down there. Like I have literally nothing yet. So I do agree with them in a sense. I feel like even people like me that don't have any kind of fan base should still drop something like that. But from the advice that I've been given, you know, I do understand that as well, and I might just go with that, but at the same time, I might just go with my gut feeling.
Right.
Because we've had people that blown the fuck up out of just an album or something like that.
Well, if I can give you any advice that you can take is do what you do from your gut, because it's going to come off as authentic and real, and people will gravitate toward that. Versus if you're trying to please somebody. Like, hey, I'm going to please these guys over here, but then these guys won't get it, or this group won't connect with it. But if you're
I'm not gonna lie, that's been in my head.
If you're doing right from your gut, like this, I'm going to be the most genuine, Too Humble you can be. People are going to see that, and I want people to see that. Like, I really think you have something. There's that X factor you have that's different from what some of your contemporaries are doing, and I know I appreciate that from you.
I appreciate you too for that, man.
Yeah, I hope everybody gets a chance. I know they can find you on YouTube on Too Humble, which is just the number 2 and Humble. But where else can they find you?
You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Tidal, Audio Wave. I think that's what it's called. You can find me everywhere, man. Absolutely everywhere. I'm promoting the shit out of myself. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Fuck around, find me on MySpace. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
Come MySpace.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So, do you have anything live coming up?
I had a live show. It was I keep forgetting what their fucking place is called, man. What was it? They had like a little talent show a couple days ago.
Okay.
And I was supposed to perform. It got postponed because there's a shitload of fucking people there that just wanted to show their talents off. And there's nothing against y'all, but y'all fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie.
So hit him up on Facebook as well, because he's got a Facebook page. And
that's mainly where I promote.
Right. Yeah. I do the same thing.
And TikTok as well.
Okay. Good to know.
I just hit 20,000 likes on TikTok, almost 500 followers.
Nice. That's awesome. So from your experiences for what you write, where do you find your inspiration from?
I had not that I had my uncle, and we used to freestyle. Like he used to freestyle to me ever since I was like literally a little ass kid. But I grew up on the Boulevard, Kennedy Boulevard. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're missing out. But there's little projects right behind Price Chopper that I grew up with Gus the Savage.
Okay.
And yeah, he made me get out my shell a lot, because I always wanted to be a rapper. I always did a bunch of bullshit ass little rhymes and shit like that. But he started pursuing his dream, and to my opinion, it's like if he can pursue his dream and not be embarrassed, then I should do the same. And it took me actually a couple years. I did a little bit of time in juvenile and shit like that. So if I was able to pursue my dream a little sooner than that, then I would have. But since I did a couple years in juvenile, then I never got the chance to. It took me till I was 19, I believe, to actually start making bullshit on BandLab and shit like that. I used to actually send my music to Steez. Shout out Steez one more time. I used to send my music to Steez, and he used to just mix it, master it for me. It sounded like shit, to be honest. But just because my microphone, I have a old ass computer and shit, and he got me out of my comfort zone and everything like that. I appreciate both of y'all, for real. Shout out Gus, shout out Steez.
I just want to say Gus is another one. We love Gus here at Encore as well.
That's my heart. That's my guy.
So that's interesting, and a prop to him for really getting you to,
absolutely,
to build you up. So
I actually filmed like 2 or 3 of his videos when he first started out. So whoever makes it, just know we both coming out.
That's right. That's awesome. So maybe I know we talked a little bit. You have some unreleased stuff that you're looking at putting out at some point.
5 songs unreleased right now.
Okay. And you think over the next few months you'll start releasing some of that?
Shit, I might start releasing that shit like next week, for real.
Nice. So do you have any merch? Can these guys get some Too Humble merch from you?
Unfortunately, not just yet. I've seen some good merchandise around here. Shout out Guapo, Gino. That shit hard. For me, it's not yet. I got a vision. It's just not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I have
so
the
guys,
money to
get on him. Let him know if you want to get some of his merch. This is really like the ground floor thing happening here, and there's a swell going on
from the bottom.
Like jump on, hop on this ship right now, because I really think shortly you're gonna be sailing off.
I was actually I have somebody I was talking to. He's on TikTok, and he said he has a friend on Universal Music.
Okay.
And I talked to him. He said he got a buddy there. Like, it's just, we was kicking it off at first. He goes, yeah, I actually have a buddy at Universal Music, whatever the fuck, UMG, I think it's called. And he goes, I'm gonna send my music to him. My mom as well. She got a couple. She got like some top corporate people that fuck with my music.
Nice.
They fuck with my music, and one of them said, have him send me a hard drive. I'm gonna give it to my man's in Brooklyn, and he's gonna listen to it. It might fall through, but it's a chance. It's an opportunity.
Right. So and then live. Are you planning any? Is that something you're looking to do more of? Is some live shows?
Last year I did a lot actually. Like I performed at the V Spot. Rest in peace, the V Spot. I mean, not the V Spot. Rest in peace, VIP.
Okay.
Rest in peace, VIP, man. That's unfortunate. But and I also did my first actual music video at the VIP before it got shut down.
Right.
So that's something I could say that I did that y'all didn't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be humble, but I did that.
And they can find all that on your YouTube channel, right?
You can find everything on my YouTube channel. Too Humble.
All right.
Too Humble. That's it.
So what I'd like to do, guys, I like to keep these things short just to kind of introduce you to some of the artists that come through the studio here. that not only are we honored to work with, but then we're humbled by the fact that you would come to our studio. So, I don't mean that in like a he's too humble, and we're humbled by having him here. But honestly, man, very very pleased and humbled with the work you're doing here. You and Steve both.
You guys had me since day one for real. Steve especially, like for real. And then I've met you a couple times, and every single time I came here, you have always made me feel welcome. Everything. I know you fuck with like some different type of music, so it's actually a very like humbling experience for you to actually have me here because you do bands, right? You do bands.
Well, everything like that. So we're not the metal studio. We're not the rock and roll studio. We're Encore, and that's for everybody. This is for whoever wants to create something. That's why every single
time I come back for another Encore, you know what I'm saying.
Anybody who wants to create something special here, we're here for you guys. So
that's why I love you guys for real.
Thank you for taking a couple minutes.
I'd like thank you for having me. Seriously.
No, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we'll have you back in a week or two to come back and we'll sit down with like a longer format and we'll really get into some deep diving into what's going on with you and your music.
I would absolutely love that. I will be back. Expect to see this motherfucking mug next time, please. And I appreciate y'all. Whoever's tuned in, thank you guys. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I love y'all. And I love you, man.
Love you too, man. Thank you, brother. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thank you.